Hi guys, and welcome back to the Force 9's YouTube channel. Welcome back to an Andalusian adventure with Sevilla on Football Manager 2017. Sevilla, champions of La Liga now. Of course, we won the league last episode. Today we start season 3 and we kick off with the Supercopa de España, a two-legged affair. And this is the second time this save that we're playing this, because Sevilla we're in the Supercopa in the first season because they were runners-up in the Copa del Rey. So it's a second opportunity at this trophy for me. And hopefully we can do it. 2 legs against Real Madrid, who won the Copa del Rey. I'll only do the first leg today. Next episode we'll play the second leg. And we'll also play our first league game, which I think is against a promoted side. It's against Girona, and they were promoted. Also promoted were Real Oviedo, which is good to see. A lot of football fans, have a link to Oviedo. People have shares in it and stuff like that. And it's a popular save amongst people in like the FM community and the FIFA community. It's a popular team. The other team that came up was Rayo Vallecano. So our first league game's against Girona. So I played pre-season and we're still in the transfer window. There's been a few signings made. Let's have a look at who has left the club first of all. Okay, so in terms of outgoings, you can see Juan Munoz has left for Steaua Bucharest. Player that was never really going to do anything this save, not really very good. Affley has retired, which I feel quite bad about because we didn't play him hardly at all on his loan from Stoke. And at 32, he's decided to retire because he couldn't fit in our team. So I think we've done that. That is completely our fault. A couple of players leaving on free transfers. Christopher wanted quite a hefty wage, so we didn't extend his contract. He's left, and he's actually signed for Reading on a free transfer, so good for him. Moreno, I mentioned last time, he's gone to Sociedad for £9 million. Didn't score nearly enough goals for me. Pablo Sarabia has gone to Stoke. They've paid £10 million for him. That could rise to 11.75. A player that didn't play as well in the second season as in the first season. Only made 18 appearances and suffered injury at the end of the season. And I thought, let's cash in on him. I think we can get better. Clement Longlet, same. Left back. Didn't really think he was going to get a lot of game time. He's gone to Colm for £3.5 million. Aguirre had a £1.4 million release clause, which was met by Atletico Madrid. And that's all the important ones out the way really. Akiemi's gone on loan again. The Spanish 20-year-old who was signed in January of the first season is declining. He's still got 4-star potential, but he's left. So we sold £25.5 million. That could increase. It depends on what sort of bids we get. There haven't been a lot of bids, to be honest, for some of our top senior players. Apart from Rico, that's it. So £25.5 million coming into the club. Started off with a transfer budget of, I think it was about 16 million. So let's see what we've bought. So before the window, I found a young fullback. This is Jan Ruiz, signed from Racing. I think it was like £300,000 or something like that. He's 17. He's a right back. Good tackling, good decisions and bravery, physically okay. So we'll keep an eye on him. If he does well, then he might come in. But at the moment, 3.5-star potential player. At the moment, he's 1.5-star. He'd be good for like a lower team, so we'll see if we can like loan him out or something, or maybe he'll play in the B squad. He's apparently suited to Segunda B football, which is where our B squad is now. Sevilla Atletico were relegated last season, and the B manager has left, and there's been a new one brought in. And our B and C squad coaches and our coaching is now the best in their respective divisions. So hopefully we'll see some good players come through there, and if they're good enough to get into the senior team, we'll call them up. So now we move on to some players that will fit straight into our first team. And the first signing we made was Roque Mesa, a midfielder who we paid £7.5 million for from Las Palmas. Had a couple of seasons with Las Palmas, played a lot of games, 35 and 36, and they were all starts as well. Got a few assists, averaged over 7, so he's done quite well. Las Palmas had a good finish in the league actually this past season. I think they finished like 7th or 8th, something like that. They finished in 8th place, so Las Palmas doing well there. And Mesa has joined Sevilla. Can play as a box-to-box midfielder. I've been experimenting with some different tactics in the pre-season, and this guy has come in. Looks very balanced. Some good mentals in there, good bravery and determination, a very good work rate, good passer with the ball, good with his tackling. Physically, very balanced as well. Lots of 14s in there. So he's a decent box-to-box midfielder, and he will play alongside either Nzonzi or our new deep line playmaker. So a couple of days after that, we did sign that deep line playmaker. It's Davy Proper. I'm not sure if that's pronounced right. I'm not sure what the umlaut over the O means in Dutch. He is Dutch. He is 26 years old. We paid £8.75 million to PSV Eindhoven, where he got 13 assists last season, which is a good total in 32 appearances, all of them starts, which is good. And Proper, yeah, he looks like a very decent midfielder, and I think he will sort of switch in and out for Steven and Zonzi. They're both first-team footballers, so we need to give them all their fair share of games. Very good technicals for that midfield role. You know, good first touch, good with his long shots. So hopefully we'll see a lot of those. And good pass with the ball, good technique, great vision. He's got the stamina. Physicals are okay. The stamina's good. The other ones could be better, so we might have to work on that. But yeah, mentally, again, very good. Good decision making, concentration off the ball, good work rate. It's a decent midfielder. Next up, we signed a centre-back because, of course, we lost Pareja to retirement after his cruciate injury, leaving us with just Rami and Carrizo and the 17-year-old Dura, who is no longer 5-star, he's 4.5 star. So already we're seeing some decline in some of those regions we got in our first youth intake. But Oscar Duarte comes in at centre-back, 29 years old. He only cost me £2.5 million, and it's not the first time I've signed Duarte on this Football Manager game, because we signed him for Everton, and he was a fantastic player, and he scored like 4 or 5 goals for me. Hopefully he can do the same when he comes in. And, well, first of all, he's got to break his way into the team, because Rami and Carrizo are very much our first choice centre-back pairing. But we have Duarte. He will be on the bench as often as possible, I think, and then come in if we need him in. So, yeah, he's very good. 16 heading, 16 marking, 15 tackling, 15 determination and positioning, and 15 strength as well. Very, very good for, you know, the basic centre-back. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Our final signing is a loan signing. It's Kelechi Iheanacho. I've never known how you say that. I think it's Iheanacho. On loan from Manchester City. Striker. And, yeah, looks good. Now, in terms of how much we're paying of his wages, we're paying £30,000 a week as long as we play him. Otherwise, we have to pay the full 50. So, I think he will start as many games as possible. We have Vieto. We still have Fernandez, but he has declined a lot in terms of his potential, which is now just 3 stars. So, Fernandez will, you know, kind of be a bit part player, kind of a backup striker, maybe third choice. So Iheanacho will start most of our games. Good finisher with the ball, 16 finishing, good composure, good determination, decent off the ball, good work rate, pacey. Yeah, decent striker. Can play an advanced forward or a poacher or even a complete forward. And hopefully he can bag a lot of goals for us. So 19 million worth of player brought in, 25 out, which means so far we have sold more than we bought. But as far as the squad goes, if we have a look, this is how the squad looks. And this might be on my first 11 against Real Madrid. So looking at the team report, we can see where else we need to improve. So goalkeeper is definitely an area we need to look at. And if Rico's going, we need to bring in a top goalkeeper. And we'll have a good amount of money to do it. We've still got 16 million left to spend. And if we get, you know, a good 20 million for Rico, that's over 30 million to spend on a goalkeeper. That could bring someone in like Rulli or maybe even Donnarumma. We don't desperately need to improve a position. We have good players in the respective positions. I think left back's the only position where we really need to improve. Radu is in his 30s now, so I think he'll need replacing very soon. I mean, he's been a fantastic player on that left side. He's been really good. But I think the left side of the pitch needs to be, you know, improved a bit, need a bit of depth there, and goalkeeper as well. So, yeah, that's the areas we've got to improve on. But at the moment, in terms of our squad registration, you can see we have 25 players registered. So any other ones we bring in, we'll either have to sell someone that is registered or not register them at all, which I don't really want to do because the players that are registered are players that I want to use. So we've got players like Jan Ruiz. He's under 19, so we don't need to register him. Or guys like Marquez or Aaron Martinez or Dura, who, as you can see, is not 5-star anymore. Okay, so pre-season, we didn't lose, which is good. I should point out, I did not play these games. My assistant manager played them. I just picked the team and picked the tactics. So let's go through these. Starting off with a 3-0 win against Saint-Malo, who are a French semi-pro team in the amateur CFA. We won 3-0, Vazquez and Vieta with the goals in the first half, and then Vitolo in the second half. 1-1 draw against PSG. I need to say PSG Eindhoven then, that's not right, is it? 1-1 draw against Paris Saint-Germain. Vieta scored for us, but before that, Di Maria scored for them. 3-1 win over the Barcelona B team. Fernandez scored on the hour. Lee Seung-woo equalised for Barca, and then Vieto got 2 goals in 2 minutes. 3-1 win over Bayer Leverkusen, bit of revenge because they knocked us out of the Champions League. Havertz scored for them, and then Vieto scored a hat-trick in about 10 minutes, so that's good. 3-0 win over Olympiacos proper with his first goal for us. Vieto and Fernandes also scoring. And then a 2-1 win over Palermo, Elisic scoring in the 2nd minute, Vieto in 20 minutes, and then Silva getting 1 for them. So, no defeat suffered pre-season. Real Madrid today, going to play the first leg today, and then the second leg next episode alongside that first game against Girona. I want to try and retain the title. I want to try and do it a bit more convincingly because I don't really feel like we played enough to deserve a title last season. We had some very poor games and we didn't score nearly enough goals. So I want to try and win it a bit more emphatically this season. If we can't do that, then I want to try and get a bit further in the other competitions. So Champions League, we haven't gone past the last 16 yet, so I'll try and get to at least the quarterfinals there. And also the Copa del Rey, twice we've gone out at the 5th round to lower teams as well. Vigo knocked us out season 1 and Levante knocked us out season 2. So I want to try and get a bit further in that as well. If not, go all the way. We'll give it our best shot. Okay, let's play a match. So Real Madrid versus Sevilla. Let's go to our team selection. Now this is the team we're going to play against Real Madrid. So Sergio Rico will be in goal. And then the back 4, Stefan Radu, Carrizo, Rami and Mariano. Still first choice. Carmona will be, rotated with Mariano because he played very well at the end of last season. Hopefully he can build on that. Although he's unhappy at the moment because he wants a new contract and we kind of fobbed him off. And I forgot, honestly. I forgot that he wanted a new contract and I was meant to offer him one and I didn't. So he's unhappy. So midfield looks a little bit different. Today we are starting Davi Proper and Roque Mesa. Montoya also playing on that right-hand side a little bit deeper. Vitolo on the left as an inside forward. Franco Vasquez, I want a big season from him this season because last season he did not do very well towards the end. In fact, everyone who played in that attacking midfield role wasn't very good. Vasquez and Ilicic had very indifferent seasons, very average ratings. So I want to see an improvement there. Up top today, we're going to start Vieto, but we do have Kelechi on the bench if we need him. Also on the bench, Ilicic, Juanmi, the January signing last season, and Zonzi and Iborra, Duarte and Carmona. Tactics, we're on standard flexible, normal tempo, playing fairly wide, closing down more, staying on feet, more discipline, retaining possession, clearing the ball to the flanks, hitting early crosses, and dribbling less. No Sergio Ramos for Real Madrid, but still a very good team. Kiko Casilla in goal. Back 4 of Marcelo, Vallejo, Varane and Danilo. Toni Kroos in midfield alongside Modric and Kovacic, or just behind them two. And then BBC up top. Cristiano, Benzema and Gareth Bale. On the bench, they've got Keylor Navas. They've got Martin Odegaard. Lionheart, a player that I don't really recognise. Philippe Lionheart. Isco. Coutinho, interestingly, so this must be quite a recent signing. 64 million last season from Real Madrid. I did notice one signing though. Let me see if it was the fee that I thought it was. I did see that right, yeah. Paris Saint-Germain paid £100 million for Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, so, it's the away leg. We are the underdogs, but let's give the fans a performance to cheer. That's good team talk. And let's see what we can do here. So, first game of Season 3. And with this Madrid tie, I just want to try and do our best and try and prove that the league win was not a fluke. Now, I won't be too disappointed if we lose this first leg. I just want to try and keep it a bit, professional and make it so that we still have a chance of winning when we come to the Sanchez-Piece one. But we've got the ball here. We're giving it away, though. So I should shut up. And Gareth Bale. Now, he always scores from here, and it's a weak effort in the end. Rico makes the save. But so far, Madrid with 3 attempts, 1 clear-cut chance, which is I think the one you just saw. Madrid threatening so far, we have yet to have a shot. We're going to go on the counter-attack. We're also going to play a bit more direct, going to try something a bit different. We're just closing down all the top players. We're going in hard on them because, that's what you have to do against Madrid. But so far, we've not had a lot of luck. We've had a couple of shots since, though, so that's good. We've got a highlight here, though. Benzema on the ball, 33rd minute here. Here is Toni Kroos, Ronaldo to Marcelo, and that's cleared well by Carrizo. And now it's Kovacic to Danilo. Here is Gareth Bale. And, he keeps hold of it there. Can we clear it? No. Proper, the new signing, has conceded a penalty. And Ronaldo, who's carrying a bit of a knock, is going to take this penalty. And it's a good save by Sergio Rico, keeping us in it. Ronaldo's penalty is saved, and now we need to get rid, and we do. I'm going to take it back to defensive, just because, you know, I'm worried that they're having a lot of shots at the moment. If we can get to half-time 0-0, that would be good. And Radu wins the ball there. Good tackle. Vieto needs a bit of support because he's got nobody in the box at the moment. He's won a foul. Varane's going to get a card here, or maybe just a telling off. It's a red card for Rafael Varane. Straight red card. So, Madrid down to 10 men. Vasquez with a free kick here. And it's headed clear. Kovacic now. So now we're going to take it off defensive. So it's a half a game with a man advantage. So hopefully we can come out of this with something. We'll have to wait and see. Lionheart is on the pitch. They've gone to a narrow diamond with one striker up top, which is Benzema. Headed clear there. Kovacic though. Now this could be a goal. Oh, how's that sneaked in? Right at the end of the half. We're against 10 men, so I think the second half we have to attack. We'll see that again. So it's Kovacic with the ball, and then, I mean, no one like closed him down, and he had an open shot at a goal, so he took it. And right at the end of the half, Madrid take a lead. We are playing well. I'm going to say you've been unlucky so far. We're going to turn the tempo up because we have more players than them. So start the second half. We're now attacking as well because we're against 10 men. So hopefully we can come out of this. I mean, a draw would be okay because we can potentially beat Madrid in the home game. We'll have to wait and see though because Madrid have had a lot of shots. We've only had 4. Good tackle there by Montoya, but gives it away straight away. Here is Benzema to Bale. Modric. He's played through Benzema here, and this could be 2-0. Good save by Rico. Really good save. Bale to Modric. Here is Benzema. Carrizo with the tackle, but again, Real Madrid keep hold of it. And now Benzema's through, and that's a rocket of a shot, and it's in. And they're just too good for us. Like, we didn't beat Real Madrid or Barcelona last season, but we finished ahead of them. It's just that they dropped points against the other teams, and we didn't. So, it just makes us look a lot weaker when we can't beat the teams that we beat last season. So, it's just really annoying. Mariano's played poor, but Vitolo's going to come off. Juanmi is going to come on. Also, Montoya is going to come off. Is he? We're going to move Mariano a bit further up and bring on Carmona. We conceded 2 goals against a team that has a player less than us. That's not really very good. And since that second goal, nothing has happened. Although, 10 seconds left here. There could be a chance for an away goal if they apply. I don't know. They probably won't even get that. Mariano. There you go, full time. Real Madrid 2, Sevilla 0. So I don't think we'll be able to win. But, yeah. Do I say unlucky? We didn't really play well. I'm going to say you were unlucky. We just played very averagely in that game. We didn't really do anything. I think we only had about 5 shots in the end. 4. I don't think we had a shot in the second half. Even though we were attacking against 10 men. That's not good enough. So that didn't go too well. And the second leg now. I'll have to see if the away goals rule does apply. Yeah. So basically we have to beat them 3-0. Because if they score once, we've got to score 4. So, yeah. 2-0 is just the worst because you can't win by more than 2-0, especially not against Real Madrid. And we didn't score an away goal, so that couldn't have gone worse. That really couldn't have gone worse. No goals and, well, 2 conceded is just the worst. I mean, because now you got to get 2-0 just to force extra time, and then you've got to score a third. So we have to win by 3 no matter what. And against Real Madrid, that's nigh impossible. Impossible. So that didn't go to plan. We've given ourselves a lot to do in the second leg, so I don't feel particularly confident of winning the Super Copa this time around either. First time around we didn't win it either. But next episode, also the first game in La Liga. It's a home game against Girona, who were promoted. But let's have a look at the media predictions for the season. So here we go. We are predicted to finish 4th. Girona are predicted to finish bottom. I'm expecting a convincing win. Whether that happens or not, we'll wait and see. Real Madrid are favourites. Barcelona 2nd. Atletico 3rd. I'm surprised we're not ahead of Atletico though, because we've done well against them. We should be better than 4th. I think we should be 3rd. But there you go. So next episode, second leg of the Supercopa de España against Real Madrid. Hopefully we can win, but yeah, we've got it all to do. Also, the first league game against Girona. So join me then for those. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like down below, leave any comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, hit subscribe. And hopefully I will see you next episode. Thank you for watching, and yeah, hopefully I will see you then. Goodbye.